welcome back to Game Master's Dungeon. I'm Brian, your Game Master. So today's tip, we're going to talk about characteristic generation. What does that mean, you ask? So this is mainly going to be for any D20 based game. So like Dungeons and Dragons, what's another one? I'm having a slip right now. The D20 Modern. Any game that uses, you know, the 6 stats. So you've got strength, you've got dex, you have constitution, you have intelligence, you have wisdom, and you have charisma. Okay, anything that uses those 6 is going to use D6 to generate their stats. Now, why is this important, you ask? Because this kind of this is going to tailor your game. This is really going to determine the level that each character is on, basically how powerful they are based on their bonuses. The bonuses things that'll be a different video. Today we're just going to generate characteristics and some of the different ways to do it. There's several different ways. I've got some that I like, some that I don't like, some that are old, some that are new. Your game master is the one that's going to have the final say on how you do it. And he's going to use that to tailor his game. You know, if you throw more dice at each stat, you have a higher chance of having a better score. You're going to be stronger. You throw less dice, you're going to be weaker, or the game's going to be more challenging. And he or she is free to set that tone and that mood however he sees fit. But let's just jump right into it. So I'm an old school gamer. I've played for quite a few many years. I originally started playing, like some of you have already seen in my videos, First Edition, Advanced Dungeons and Dragons. That was old school, so this is how we did it with our DM, our Dungeon Master, at the time. Was like this. So you got your 6 characteristics right here. Okay? And you would get 3 D6. So a D6 is a D6, right? Actually, let's use some bigger ones, make it easier to see. You would get 3d6, so strength. That's a 9. And I would have a 9. I would go dex, or dexterity. That's a 9. Oh, it's going to be one of these nights. Good thing we're not actually playing a real game here. My constitution, alright, I got an 11. Which is about average. Intelligence, ooh, 12. Wisdom. Bert, 7. Charisma. Uh-oh. 13. Alright. Looks like I'm a cleric or something. But that's how you would do it. And then, so once you had those stats, then you would go through your player's handbook and you would find a class that you wanted to play with those stats. Pretty simple. It was all up to the dice. You know, so like say I went back and rerolled that strength. See, now I've got a 12. See, much better. And it was just, you got 1 roll per stat. Some dungeon masters or game masters would give you a reroll, or you could roll 2 sets, and then pick whichever set you wanted, which was generous, very generous. I didn't like that set. I mean, I don't like this way. And when I go back and I play First Edition, sometimes I'll make my players do this, and then we have a good time, and everybody normally dies. But sometimes you get really good rolls. Not like that. That's a 10. You know, just 3d6, the usual. Okay? Alright. That's the first way. On to the second way. Alright, so your next set. So let's write it again here. This is pretty common way to do it. This is how I did it for a lot of years. This is how a lot of people do it. Games that I played before, before I moved to where I am now, my friends use this way as well. Once like 2nd edition Advanced Dungeons and Dragons came out, it introduced this. Obviously, people might have been doing it sooner, but this is going to be the 46. And you're going to take the highest. 3 dice. So like as an example, so strength. Alright, so I take the highest 3. Alright, which gives me a 17. Fantastic. See, as you can see, so now I'm throwing more dice at the stat. I'm still taking the 3 highest dice. Dex, well, that's 5, 6, 7. Mm. 7. Well, come on, dice, get hot. That's 10. Oh, he's good roll ruined by bad stuff. So 11. Ah, see, there we go. So that's 15. So as you can see, you know, this is way 1. You know, so 3d6 right here. And this is 4d6. 3 highest. Alright, so as you can see the power level difference, like I'm strong, but I'm weak. I fumble around a lot. I'm charismatic. This set, pretty bland. There's another variant to this. It's where you would have your, stats. Okay. You know, strength, dex, con, intelligence, or charisma. And so with the 4d6 method, this is you're gonna roll one set of 6 numbers. Let's do it. So we got a 7. 15. We got 11. We got a 12. We've got a 16. And we've got 11. Okay. So now you would have your set of 6 numbers, and then you were like, oh, maybe I want to play a rogue or I want to play a fighter. Then you could just put these stats wherever you wanted. You know, so say I do want to play a fighter. I'm going to take a 15 strength. I'll go with 16 constitution. I'll go with 12 dex. I'll go with 7 charisma and 11 intelligence and wisdom. Okay, so now you're more customization, more tailoring of your stats to fit your character. Another way to do it is you generate 2 sets. So let's generate 2 sets of that. So this is going to be 12. This is going to be 12. Alright, maybe one of these nights. 14. 11. 12. Well, I'm a little above average in everything right now. Minus that. And 9. Okay. Then we do another set. Roll the other hand here. 10. 8. 11. And I just got no luck. 14 is not bad. Because see, everybody wants the high numbers. See, look at that. 2 6s and 2 1s. Almost a good roll. So 13. Alright, so you'd have like your 2 sets here. And then you would pick which of the 2 sets you would want to use. So say as an example, I don't want to use this set. I would scratch it. Then I would use this set. Then I would plug it in to my 6 stats to meet my character. Right? And there's different variants. A lot of what I like to do is, when I use this method, it's 2 sets, re-rolling anything that's less than 9. Alright? 2 sets, re-rolling anything less than 9. Let's try it here. So first set, so that's a 10, I gotta keep it. Because in D20 games, 10 and 11 is like the average. And then it's 14. 15. So that's a 9. You have to keep that. Because not everybody is always above average in everything. Remember that. So this is going to be 13. And this is going to be 11. Alright? Not a terrible set. I mean, it gives you some diversity. Diversity is kind of what you're looking for. You know, because like I said, not everybody's going to be above average in everything. This is going to give you excellent role-playing options here. Let's get that second set going. There we go. 15. Look at that. 14. 16. 13. Is this a reroll? No, it is not. It's a 9. We have to keep that. Remember, anything less than 9. But right here, see? Take away the lowest, we only have an 8. We would get a reroll. Which helps us out in a 13. Okay. So obviously this system allows higher stats, because everybody wants higher stats, right? But you don't always get them. Obviously, I would use the second set, and right here. You know, this gives me some good stats. It gives me the 9. It gives me, something that I'm not deficient at, but I'm not great at. It gives me, an opportunity if I want to role play that weakness. It gives me some options to do so. A little drink here. All right. So, and then one more thing that I do with this set. Say, as an example, when I roll the dice. Say somebody rolls 4 6s. Okay? Fantastic roll. Probability is really, really low. I let them take a 20. So normally it would be an 18, but obviously some god of dice has looked down upon you and felt pity upon you, or maybe has cast his boon upon you to be able to roll that. I'm not quite sure what the probability is. I'd have to figure it out, but it's a lot. So if you do, you get a 20. But then, if I do that, I must also do, if you roll 4 1s, I'm not super bad. Yeah, I make you take a 3. So now I offer this to my players. I'm like, okay, so this is kind of my house rule. I offer this. I'm like, do you want this? Everybody's going to want the 20. But then some poor schmuck, some poor guy ends up rolling 4 1s, and now they've got to take a 3 in one of their stats. And then they whine, but you let them know, like, you can't have your, in this situation, you can't have your cake and eat it too. You take the good with the bad. It's just something I like to do, plays with a little bit of a chance, a little fate. Plus it's funny as well. Somebody's got like a 3 in charisma, either they're really ugly, or maybe they're 3 in wisdom and they're just really rash. There's all kinds of ways you can role play, and it just makes for a good time. Okay. All right. So let's go on to my favorite one. Let's go on to my favorite option. So we got to break out a lot of dice. Okay. We need 26. So this is the dice pool. So 6, 12. 18, 24, 25, 26. I forget exactly. I think this might be in the 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons book. I'm pretty sure. I'd have to look at that. But I found it in a recent game I was playing, and I liked it. I thought it was really good. Like, and then what's great about it is as well, like the game master can give you extra dice. He can give you couple extra dice if he wants the players to be stronger, or he could take a couple away. So you would at least need to give them 24. So GMs, if you're going to use this, you at least give them 24 dice. All right, so 4, 8, 12, 16, 24. Because that's basically 4d6, take the highest 3 for each stat. Which then you would just use that set. I like to give 26. So you get 2 extra dice. So one stat, you get to roll 5 dice and take the 3 highest. I've played games where somebody's given 30 or 32. You know, but we're going to go with my 26 right now. Just double check. 6, 10, 25, 26. 26. Okay. And then you're going to have your stats. So strength, dex, con, intelligence, wisdom, charisma. Okay? and this way you're already going to pick your class. So, you know, say I want to play a fighter or a cleric. Let's be a cleric. Love clerics. So I'm going to be like strength. Do I need a high? Do I need high strength as a cleric? No. So I'm just going to roll and take 4 dice out of my pool. All right. Take 3 highest. 11. And those dice are now gone. Also, what I do as well, I let you, if you want a single reroll per stat, you can give me one of your dice back. So let's try with dex. So my cleric here, I'll throw 4 at it. All right, so we got a 14. Not bad. Okay. Dice are gone. Constitution. I'll throw 4 at that. Okay, so this would be a 10. You know, but say I'm like 10 is good, but say I want more. But since I've already rolled, I can't go back, oh, let me add a dice until I get what I want. No, you got to select all the dice you want to throw at a stat at once and roll it. Now, my way, I'm like, okay, if I'm the GM, okay, you pay me a dice, so you lose a dice out of your pool, and I let you re-roll. You got to keep it. This isn't, you know, one or the other. This is you got to keep. So let's try it out. Okay, a little better. A little better, I should say. 16 Constitution. Alright, so I got 3 stats left, and I got all these dice. So now we're on to Intelligence. You know what, I'm going to skip that. I'm going to go to Wisdom. I'm a cleric, I'm going to be Wise, because it's one of the primary stats. We'll throw 5 dice at it. Now remember, take 3 highest. Okay? So that gives me a 16. That's not bad. So I've got 8 left, so I can do 4 per stat, but I'm going to tempt fate. I'm going to throw 5 at charisma. You have to at least throw 3 dice per stat. You can't just be like, oh, well, I'm just going to throw this, and then I'm just going to 1 dice intelligence. No, you got to at least throw 3 dice. Going back to the original, you know, system, at least 3 dice. So I'm going to throw 3 at intelligence. Oh, well, all right. Be like that. That's a 15. So, but now this is it. I got no dice to pay for a reroll. I got 5 dice. Off the table. And see, come back and bit me. So, I got a 10. And there we go. That's that. So my cleric has 11 strength, 14 dex, 16 con, 15 int, 16 wisdom, and a 10 charisma. Charisma could probably be a little better, but maybe something I improve with level. Okay. Now, I was hanging out with some friends like a month ago, and one of my friends showed me this new way to roll stats. He can't remember where he found it. He was looking online, and somebody was using this. Basically what they call like the tic-tac-toe method. Okay. So you got 9 boxes. Let me put that on there. Alright, don't mind me how we're going. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then they would use 46 per box. So the first box is a 13. The next box is a 15. What do we have, 10? So actually no, these aren't even like this. This isn't even here. I don't think. Next box. Okay. 17. 10. 14. 11. 11. And 14. Seriously? There we go. No, so actually, no, it is right. Okay, so yeah, so you got strength, dex, con, you've got int, wisdom, charisma. So then you'd have it on your character sheet. Dex, con, int, wisdom, charisma. Okay? So you go strength. So you got 1, 2, you got 3 numbers to pick from. And just in this row right here. So you get to pick one of those 3 numbers for your strength. Okay? In this example, we're going to play a fighter. I'll take a 17 strength. You would cross it out. Okay? Dexterity. I'll take a 15 in my dex for my fighter. Okay? Constitution. Now see, so wisdom goes down this way right here. Okay? So if I took this 14 for my constitution, that means my wisdom is going to have to be a 10. Because that's the only thing left in this row. So, but say I don't want that. So I'll take this 14 constitution. Okay? And now we're going to go to intelligence. Now intelligence goes down this way. So I got a 13 or a 10. Well, I'll take the 13. Wisdom, I'll take the 14. And the charisma, I'll take 11. And then there you go. Obviously, so you get 9 different numbers. You know, only 3 of each number can be used per stat, but once you select a number, you cross it off your grid. So then you're like, okay, well, Brian, what happens if I took, strength, dex, and then say I took this 10 in my constitution, I got nothing left for intelligence. The rule is, you cannot do that. I could take the 13, the 15, I could not have taken this 10. That's my constitution. I would have had to take another number, because you have to leave at least one number per stat per row. Because if I took this 10, there would be no number for intelligence. So you're kind of forced, to take something different. So when you're picking your numbers, you're really gonna want to get the numbers you need for the stat for your class, and then just kind of plan ahead for the rest of it. Right? So that's generating stats on a D20 system. So we got the 3d6, we got the 4d6 with the 3 highest. You got the 4d6, so 3 highest, and a set. and then you pick the stack. Okay? So then here we've got the 4d6. We pick the 3 highest. We got 2 sets. You got to choose a set, and then you pick your stack. Okay? You know, my little house rule right here, you know. So you got 4 6s equals a 20, but then 4 1s equals a 3. That's if you want to use that, of course. If you don't want to use it, don't use it. Down here, we're using the pool, the dice pool, you know. You get all these, you get so many dice in your pool, you know. So you get, dice pool. So you at least, at least 24 dice. I use 26. I wouldn't go any more than 32. Because 32 32 is pretty good. Like that's a lot. That's at least, that's 5 per stat, and then 2 stats get 6 dice to throw, right? That's if you really want to like power game. You really want to make your character, your characters strong. Now remember, if you do that, the stronger you make them, the more difficult the adventure or the scenario or the monsters or the villain has to be. So keep that in mind. Okay. All right. Well, that's that for now. If you've got any other ways that you like to do it, put them down in the comments below. We would love, I'd love to see what you guys use or your thoughts on any of these. How do you like my house rule? Do you like that? You'll be like, oh, Brian, I love the 20, but most people are not going to like the 3. Well, always remember, it's the same probability one way or the other. You can't take one without the other, that's why I offer it. I don't always use it. I like the dice pool. Dice pool is my fave. I did play with this, the tic-tac-toe method, so it's tic-tac-toe method. If whoever created this happens to watch this, put it in the comments. I'm the creator, if you really are, just so you get some credit. I do. That's really original. I do like how it works. My friends liked it as well. So if you do like the content that you've seen today, please subscribe. The little red button down there. Push that bell button as well if you want to get notifications when I upload new stuff. If you've got some friends that are maybe looking into getting into D&D, or maybe you got a dungeon master that needs some food for thought, share this with them. Show them, maybe they're only using this, but they've got all these other options. And then the people that put it in the comments, we can have a great conversation about it as well, and we can just generate some new ideas, and maybe we'll come up with something new that we can all try. But thanks for tuning in to Game Master Dungeon. I am Brian, your Game Master, and as always, happy gaming.